Welcome to the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! From Square One. This series is a little bit different to most sealed-only series. Rather than just opening packs and going to our locals, instead we'll be opening packs and then spinning a wheel with challenges on. We will then build a deck to complete that challenge and then complete the challenge, or fail the challenge, one or the other. We'll then move on and get prizes if we win, and get nothing if we lose. However, the kind of catch with the entire series is once we've finished all the challenges, we'll then go face 4 final challenges and then go to a locals to see how the deck has progressed. The whole idea of the series is basically to see how much effort you can put a deck through, like an archetype and a series of cards, in order to kind of get really, really comfortable with it. It's more kind of a series to see me grow for me. But if you want to come along for the ride, feel free. So we can go right into the opening right now. So with our £20, we can roughly get 3 structure decks. So I've gotten 3 copies of the Legend of the Crystal Beast structure deck. Being honest, I have no idea what's in here except for Dimension Shifter and like hand traps. But I feel like with this we have a pretty solid start because of all the hand traps. So I'll open one up. Right now and see what's inside. I don't really know what's inside, but hey. Oh, the playmat. I'll check out this. I think it has cool art, but apart from that, it's just flimsy. This would make a nice actual playmat. It's good colours, but you know, not much else. Oh, the back. Should probably check the back. What does it recommend we buy? I'm actually curious. Okay, it gives us some combos here. We'll probably not be doing these, but it does show an Ash Blossom in here. It recommends Power of the Elements for Draco Utopian Aura, a £2 card. Dimension Force for a Synchro, and Battle of Chaos for Ice Jades and Crystal Beasts. But Battles of Legend, Crystal Revenge. At least that's actual crystal support, I guess. So anyway, onto the deck. I know a little bit about Crystal Beast. I don't know too much. I'm not the most experienced person in... Oh, are these damaged? Are these damaged? If these are damaged, I'm going to be annoyed. Maybe I opened the box too harshly. No, they're not. They're in good condition. Okay. So, Rainbow Dragon, our big 4K boss. A bit hard to summon, not a great effect. Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, good, but hard to summon. This is the main combo card. Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon is how we'll be doing a lot of the combos alongside Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. These are the few cards that I have read alongside Crystal Bond. Amazing search card. Rainbow Dragon Overdragon it's okay. It's pretty good. We get 2 tokens. Cool. And then we get our Crystal Beasts. We have Ruby Carbuncle, Amethyst Cat, Emerald Tortoise, Topaz Tiger, Amber Mammoth, Cobalt Eagle, and Sapphire Pegasus. The only playable ones, I believe, are Sapphire Pegasus and Ruby Carbuncle. So honestly, I don't think we'll be playing many of the other Crystal Beasts. 1 Rainbow Dark Dragon, I don't think we're going to be playing this. A Crystal Master, I haven't read this. I don't think it's that great alongside Crystal Keeper, but it might be okay. A Hamon, probably not going to be playing this. The whole reason that we got this, Dimension Shifter, we can now compete with Tearlament some of the time. Contact Siege, really, Ash Blossom, Ghost Bell, really amazing hand traps. Phenomenal just to have these. Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates, I think, is a really good card, but I have not read it. This I don't think is that great. Ancient City Rainbow Ruins is an insane field spell, but the effect is just too hard to get off generally. Rainbow Bridge is good. Crystal Beacon, I don't know. Crystal Blessing, Crystal Abundance, Crystal Promise, Crystal Tree, Crystal Release, Rare Value, pretty good draw spell. Rainbow Refraction, Advanced Dark, probably not going to be playing this field spell. Melody of the Awakening Dragon might go in because it is a very good search card. Foolish Barrel of Goods probably goes in. Cosmic Cyclone probably goes in. Crystal Boon, Crystal Mirage. I think the Counter Trap is good. Crystal Brilliance, Crystal Pair, Crystal Conclave I think is worth playing. From Crystal Magic, Counter Gem, Ferret Flames, Metaverse, and some tokens. I like the Master Duel card. It looks really professional. Almost looks like a kind of like a business card or like a credit card. It's a nice filter as well. We get Duel Links. This should probably be Vrains at this point, and Power of the Elements. So with all of that and 2 packets of sleeves, I've gone with, I guess, Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon reference, maybe. Yeah, with all of this, I'll try to put together a deck, and who knows, maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be terrible. Yeah, so I'll get onto that now.
Funny story, the footage actually ended up getting partially corrupted, and I've only got the footage and not the recording. So here's me just saying that we spun the wheel and got a brand new build, which I'll explain in a second. Sorry about that. I'll try to fix the issue. Brand new build works as follows. We are only allowed to use cards that we have not used in the previous episode. So, we must play a completely different deck to what we have previously played. The only exception is the side deck may remain the same, as otherwise it would mean having to use very weird staple cards that won't really do.
So after reading all of the cards, I think I've come up with a pretty decent Crystal Beast list, only using the 3 structure decks. So I'll start with the main deck. For the Crystal Beast monsters, we have 1 Rainbow Dragon and 3 Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. You need to play a Rainbow Dragon, so 1 Garnet in the deck, and this is just a really good extender. But it's also kind of a hand trap. It's a bad battle hand trap, but it is a pseudo hand trap almost. For the actual Crystal Beast monsters, I am playing 3 Sapphire Pegasus, 2 Ruby Carbuncle, and then 1 of Topaz Tiger, Amber Mammoth, Cobalt Eagle, Emerald Tortoise, and Amethyst Cat. So when you look over all of the Crystal Beast cards, it doesn't seem that optimal to play all of these. The only ones that you should really be playing are Sapphire Pegasus and Ruby Carbuncle. But we don't have a lot in the extra. We only have the 2 fusions. And I'll get onto that later, but basically, in order to make the fusions, you need to play all of these, which is why we're playing all of them. They're not garnets, but you mostly prefer to have all of them in deck except like Sapphire Pegasus. And then the last monsters are the hand traps of the deck. We have 3 Ash, 3 Ghost Belle, and 3 Dimension Shifter. I really wanted to put Dimension Shifter in here because of how good Tyr is. Because of how good Tyr is, playing this is basically just an FTK against that deck. So it's worth it in the end, even though it does put us at a slight disadvantage and force us to play a little bit more weird than we usually would. For our spell cards, we have 3 Rainbow Bridge to search our crystal spell traps, 3 Crystal Bond, as it's an amazing search card and sets us up, 3 Rainbow Bridge of the Heart because it's an amazing extender and also sets us up. These are kind of our main search cards that get us to everything we want in the deck, makes our deck very, very consistent. I'm then playing 2 Rare Value because it's a pretty decent draw spell. 2 Crystal Aegis. This one's okay, it makes a token, but it can bring back Ruby Carbuncle and swarm the field, but it also puts a Crystal Beast on the field into the spell and trap zone, which can be pretty useful sometimes. Then 1 Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. I might choose to play more of this later. It is a very, very strong card, but not all of the time. It's only strong in certain situations, so, you know. 1 Crystal Promise. It's Ruby Carbuncle swarm the field, but it's searchable, so we really only need 1. And then for our traps, 1 Crystal Conclave and 1 Crystal Miracle. Both are searchable. This is a bounce, and this is just a generic counter trap. Both are very, very strong and very, very searchable, allow us to adapt to the matchup. Onto the extra deck, which should probably explain why we're playing. For our extra deck cards, we are basically just playing 3 Rainbow Ultimate Crystal. I have to read it, I'm sorry. Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. Bit of a mouthful. And we're also playing 3 Rainbow Dragon Overdrive because we might as well max out on the extra deck cards, and the rest of our extra deck is just made up of all of the tokens. So I should explain why we're playing these and why we've built the entire deck around this effectively. This thing is 11,000 attack, which is extremely big. It can basically get over anything and win the game. Plus, you can do a combo once you've got Rainbow Dragon out where you tribute Rainbow Dragon for this, and then banish Rainbow Dragon on 7 Crystal Beasts for this. So that totals 15,000 damage, which is very hard to block all of that. So that's the main way we're FDKing. Additionally, both of these guys are just straight up board wipes. And once we've set up one, similar to like ABC Dragon Buster, we can just keep bringing this one back again and again and just keep wiping the board and doing tons of damage to where the opponent couldn't keep up. And so that's the main game plan. But the problem is actually getting to it. For the side deck, I'm playing 3 Contact C because it's the worst hand trap in this structure deck, but it is still very strong in some matchups. 3 Cosmic Cyclone. It's back row removal. The structure deck coming with back row removal is very, very useful. I'm also playing the 2 Crystal Miracles, the 1 Crystal Conclave. You don't really need 3 Crystal Conclaves in the deck. It's searchable enough. But it is good to draw Crystal Miracle sometimes because it does mean that you don't have to search it, and it's always an additional negation on the end board. For the last few cards, I'm playing 3 Crystal Brilliance. You can only control 1 of this. Each Crystal Beast monster gains attack equal to its own defense. That's a useful part. It allows us to go for game when we usually wouldn't. So, for example, Sapphire Pegasus becomes 3k. Topaz Tiger becomes 26. Amber Mammoth becomes ridiculously high at 3,300. Basically, it increases the attack of all our Crystal Beast monsters to a ridiculously high level, which is very good. And it also has the effect that if a Crystal Beast is placed in the spell and trap zone, even during the damage step, you can send this card to the graveyard in order to special summon a Crystal Beast from your hand or graveyard, and the battle damage you take this turn is halved. So it can protect us. The second effect isn't as good, but basically it makes all of our Crystal Beasts huge beat sticks. The last card is questionable. I'm trying out 3 Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. I believe it's searchable through some of the cards in our deck, but I'm not entirely sure. But even if it isn't, drawing it's still pretty decent. In short, it is a very complicated card. I'll see if I can get it where it's not shining. But basically, you must have the required amount of Crystal Beasts for it to have these certain effects. If you have 1, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. If you have 2, once per turn, you can halve battle damage you take. If you have 3, it's a spell trap negate. If you have 4, you can draw 1 card during your main phase, and if you have 5, you can target one. You can target 1 Crystal Beast in your spell and trap zone, special summon it. So if you target Ruby Carbuncle, you special summon all of them. Now, while some of its effects are better than others, its third effect is actually very easy for us to use because it's very easy for us to get 3 Crystal Beasts in the spell and trap zone and kind of keep that control of the game. So we can use that to our advantage by activating Rainbow Ruins and just having an additional spell trap negate, which is always nice. So that's the deck that I've come up with. Now, there are definite improvements, but I am pretty happy with where it is. I might do a little combo. I'll do a little combo afterwards to show you what the deck can do and what the main game plan is. So I'll get onto that right now.
I didn't end up doing a combo. I think it's a mix of I forgot and there wasn't really anything to combo on. So instead, I just went straight into the games. So these games, we didn't have a special challenge to do technically, because we had to change up our deck, and since we didn't have a deck, this is a changed up deck. We don't end up winning the challenge, so we will have to eventually do it again. But so we might have to eventually go looking for more Crystal Beast support, just so we could play Crystal Beasts or something. I don't know. I set up 2 Crystal Traps in this game, and that's actually just enough to win the game. Um, there's not much really to say. It's well, there's a lot I'm doing, but it's kind of just basic stuff like summon Crystal Beast, put Crystal Beast in Spell and Trap Zone, and repeat the process. More Crystal Beasts in the Spell and Trap Zone. I bring out a Rainbow Dragon Fusion, and I just hit for game just because I can get to game from this point. Game 2 against the S Force person, they didn't ever play a single S Force card. I think they bricked really badly. So in this game, they just set an evenly matched and pass. Now, I do misplay as well in this game very poorly because I should have put off of this Sapphire Pegasus. I should have put a second Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. That would have been enough damage to go for game because then I can summon a Ruby Carbuncle from deck, bring them all out, and that would have been a barely game. It would be 100 life points over 8,000, so 1,800. But you live and learn. They activate evenly matched, so I just stick our 3k beta on the board. They draw a Dimension Shifter and they just can't do anything. I go to my turn, I normal. Well, no, I activate the continuous spell first, then use it to normal summon Sapphire Pegasus, put Emerald Tortoise, and from there we win. In this game, we lose horribly to Tyr by decking out because Tyr is nuts. They set up an M board as well. And in the final game, we just get blown out by Sword Soul after stalling them for a little bit, which was really annoying because it felt like I was close to winning that game, but we didn't end up doing it in the end. Which, yeah, it's fine. I guess I'll conclude now. So overall, we did fine. For our first episode, this was like fine. We could have definitely done better. There are better structure decks to go after. Being honest, the only reason that I did go into that structure deck was because of Dimension Shifter and the hand traps starting off are really, really good. There are definite improvements we can go, and I do hope that you enjoyed this. It's something kind of new, and I'm not really used to making this. So I did hope you enjoy. Um, I'll see what improvements we can make, and I'll see you next time. Bye.